Greetings. How is everybody feeling? This is Audrey again. Once again, I realized something that I have not really talked about my story. So today, I'm going to share with everybody my story. Let's talk about it. Okay. Now, I said my name was Audrey, but I also go by Your Dua. Your Dua is Audrey said from the right to the left. And some people call me Yamada, which is, I use that a lot in my videos. It's what I use as a greeting, or sometimes I say it, at the end of my videos or when I hang up the telephone. But anyway, Yamada means may you walk, move, and travel in the balancement of God. Whatever your God is, may you walk, move, and travel in the balancement of God. Now, I don't know why people call me Yamada. I guess because I say it a lot. I don't say it as much as I used to, but a lot of people do still call me Yamada. So I am your Dua, and I'm going to tell you my story. My story, first of all, I am a retired hairstylist who have created hair products, who have created locking techniques like the technique that I have on my hair right now. A lot of people think that these are sister locks. They are not sister locks. These are angel hair twist locks, which is a locking technique that I created about 10 years ago. And I style my own hair, I twist my own hair, and I like doing it. It feels good. I've trained my daughters, my 27-year-old and my 22. No, she'll be 22 this year. I trained them both to do my hair, but they seem to not have time. So I just do my own hair. Plus, I like doing it anyway. But the reason why I made this channel is because about 4 years ago, in my hair business, which I've been in business for about 26 years, I had a situation. And what it was is that my whole body locked up on me and I couldn't walk for 2 weeks. And the reason being that all of this happened is because I wasn't eating healthy. I wasn't taking care of myself, like taking out time to exercise or to go walking. I wasn't taking vacations from work. I was constantly working, 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 and I mean doing hair. I was at the shop doing hair. I would go to clients doing house calls, doing hair, and even when I would come home, I would have clients waiting on me outside my door or in the parking lot ready to get their hair done. So I was constantly just taking care of everybody but me. So the reason why I made this channel is to show everybody that you have to take out time to love yourself. And it's not just with the food, even though food is about 90% of what you need to do to be healthy. But it's also a mind state, because you can decide to be healthy, but you have to make up your mind to be healthy, you know. So being healthy is not just eating right, it's how you think. And it's also the people that you hang around. It's the music that you listen to. It's the books that you read. So as you're feeding your body, you're also feeding your mind. So it's important to take everything that you take in seriously. It's also what you're watching on TV. So you're feeding your senses as you're watching TV, as you're eating. As you're watching TV, you're feeding your senses. As you're watching TV, as you're listening to music, as you're reading books, your environment, all of that is a part of who you are and who you will become. So the reason why I made this channel is because I lost myself, and the sickness that I went through where I couldn't walk again is a reality was a reality check for me to tell me that I needed to slow down, and if I wanted to be here any longer I needed to take care of myself. So within those 2 weeks of just being stuck and laying in that bed and not being able to walk, that reality check led me to started eating healthy right then and there. It was already on my mind and I was doing it halfway of the time, but at that particular point I had to dive in head first and seriously take my health serious. And so I found this smoothie online. Well, I created a smoothie. I knew that in my refrigerator I had almond milk, bananas, and almond butter. So I made a smoothie, which that is a protein smoothie. But I added to that smoothie ginger, which is ginger is really good for your muscles and because I was having a lot of muscle spasms. So that was good for the muscles. Cinnamon is also good for muscles, but the ginger is also good for pain. So it was ginger, nutmeg, cinnamon, and there was another spice. I can't think of it. But I drank that every day for 2 weeks. And right at the 2 week point, I was able to stand up straight and walk again. So after going through that, all of that stress and just trying to get my body back to health, I realized that there are a lot of people out in the world that's probably gonna go through this experience or that's already living a lifestyle to where they're rushing, running, and just doing this and doing that and not taking care of themselves. Because a lot of times when you're working a job or if you're running a business, you don't take out time for yourself because you're too busy. That's the way we look at it. We look at ourselves as being too busy. It's easy to just drive up to a drive through and just get you something to eat real quick, just for the meantime and in between time. A lot of times we don't take our time to prepare meals for us. We don't take our time to just to take a walk. We don't take our time to go to the gym. And it's good to either go in the morning or late afternoons, but most of the time we don't have time. We don't take our time until something happens and we get sick and we start taking our health serious. So that is what happened to me. And the reason why I'm making this channel or I'm making these videos is because I want to share with people what my experience was, the foods that I was eating to make me healthy again or to stay on track with being healthy. Like I exercise, you have to exercise on a regular basis. Even if it's nothing more than 15 minutes a day, that's something that you're giving to yourself, and it's called love. You're giving yourself self love. Eating healthy is a choice, it's a part of your self love. Exercising, like I said before, is a part of your self love. Being in healthy environments and what they call feng shui is a part of giving yourself that love. That's why I say at the end of all of my videos, love yourself more, eat healthy, and travel. Now, getting out and going to different places just make me feel so good. Having different experiences in life makes me feel so good. So this is my story. My story is about me, and I used to be a vegan years ago, and I'm a vegan now. I just became a vegan about 4 years ago. But about 14 years ago, maybe 13 years ago, I was a raw food vegan. And I only stayed that way for about 3 years. And I started eating meat again. So here I am again doing this vegan lifestyle. And let me say this. In my journey of eating meat again, there were certain meats I still didn't eat because years ago I worked at a chicken process company. So chicken was almost out the picture for me especially if I had to prepare it because I know what a sick chicken looks like from working at a chicken process company. But I fooled myself, to if somebody else make it for me, then I would probably eat it. And so that's the way that I was. Pork and beef was 90% out of the question. Every so often I would try it, but I really didn't feel comfortable with eating those things. But I was really heavy on the fish. I couldn't eat shrimps. They would make my stomach buckle where I couldn't even stand up straight. So I really couldn't eat the shrimp. So I was really heavy on fish. And I ate chicken every so often, and I ate pork and beef every blue moon, and it wasn't no steak. I could not eat steak, and I really couldn't eat pork chops. I didn't have a desire for pork chops. Pork chops. My mom, she didn't really cook that for us when we were little, so I didn't have a desire for it. But I ate other stuff like pepperoni every so often and stuff like that. So I really just didn't do the beef. I may have tried a hamburger here and or there, but it just didn't feel right. So I couldn't really enjoy it. But I'm not a meat eater anymore. I love animals. I feel really uncomfortable when I see one on the side of the road, or if somebody is eating an animal. It just does something to me. And I want to also say that I'm an empath, and I found this out 4 years ago. So I'm a retired hairstylist that is a empath. Now, all these years that I've been an empath, it all makes sense now, because when you're being empathic and you're around people, you're picking up other people's energies. And I didn't know that I was an empath, but I know that everything happened for a reason. So my journey prepared me for the life that I live right now, which is totally fine. I'm happy. I'm happy I went through what I went through. I didn't know who I was, and I'm still learning myself right now to this day. This is me sharing my journey and to help somebody else, because there are a lot of people out there that are not taking care of themselves. And a lot of times we don't know what to do or where to start. And I had a mentor in the beginning, but she lived way in Washington D.C., and we didn't communicate as often as I needed her. So I ended up eating meat again. But now I'm a vegan, and I love this lifestyle. And I chose to be a vegan on my own, and it didn't even have anything to do with my weight, because in the beginning I chose to be a vegan because I wanted to lose weight because I had just had a baby. But this time I'm doing it for my health, and it feels good, and I love it, and I want to share it with the world. So peace and love, everybody. I hope you enjoy my channel. See you soon. See you on the next video. Peace and love. Yamada.